Good day, folks. Welcome back to another tying video. We're going to tie up the kind of a fall bloodworm pattern. A little bit of flash in it, and we like a little bit of flash in our flies in the fall, so we'll go ahead and get started. I've got a size 14 Togen's curved nymph hook in the vise, and I'm going to tie with some black 70 denier tying thread. So I am just going to run my thread to the back of the fly, and we'll just dress this hook. And I do that just to keep the body nice and even. Try not to taper the bloodworm patterns too much, as the naturals aren't tapered. So I'm just going to capture some red stretch floss and tie that in the full length of the shank. You'll probably see once I got it tied in, I started pulling on it pretty hard as I wrap back on it, and that's just to try and keep things slim. I'll just trim that excess out of there. Now I'm just going to take a piece of 1/32 red holographic tinsel, and I'm going to capture this right at the very back of the fly. So I'll just grab a tiny little bit of it there that you can see, squish that down, and keep those nice even thread wraps all the way up to the hook eye. Kind of like so. Now we just have to wrap our tinsel, and I'm just covering up all this black thread. You can put a bead on this pattern if you want. Black nickel. This is an unweighted version, so we're going beadless, but that's why we're using the black thread. Get a little bit of a black head on the fly when we're done. So I'm just going to tie that tinsel off up top here and trim out that excess. So now I'm going to segment the body with this stretch floss. So just nice open wraps, letting that holographic tinsel come through. And just not any specific number of wraps there, just keep things nice and even as you go up. And then make sure this stretch floss is tied off really well. Give it a decent tug, and then you'll see when you trim it out, all your excess sucks back in underneath that thread. Then there's not much left to do but throw a 4 or 5 turn whip finish in there, and you can go ahead and just coat the thread wraps, or in this case you could do the whole fly with some crazy glue or UV resin, whatever you'd like. I just like the crazy glue, and there it is. Pretty simple little tie, but wicked little fall bloodworm pattern. So give that a try, fish it. We know it'll fish well for you. That's all there is to it. Thanks very much for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't. And until the next one, cheers and tight lines.